A new report by the National Bureau of Statistics show that Nigeria managed to generate 698.7 billion. Well, of course, we'll look at that earlier. But let's look at this particular new story, which we'll have to look at, that the clearing agents operating in Nigeria's maritime sector may soon protest and embark on industrial action, withdrawing their services following the reintroduction of a 15% National Automotive Council levy by the Nigeria Customs Service on imported used vehicles. This was confirmed by the affected stakeholders in the industry on Tuesday. They lamented that such a levy will have an adverse effect on the sector, and if the decision is not reversed, it will lead to a protest and strike from April 14, 2022. The chairman of the National Council of Managing Directors of Licensed Customs Agents, Port and Terminal Multipurpose Limited Chapter, Abayomi Jilile, said the move could have an adverse effect on the sector. He said the NCS has reintroduced the levy, which is a 15% payment on used imported vehicles, which means an additional 15% on the. Meanwhile, the National Public Relations Officer of Customs, Timi Bomodi, said the move was in line with the Economic Community of West African State Common Extent Tariff 2017 to 2021. So let's get talking now. Mr. Ayo Udunaike is the manager at Early Bird Auto. He joins us via the telephone now. Thank you for your time. We appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you too. Thanks for having me.
Now, yeah, what is it about this National Automotive Council 15% levy and what the reintroduction means? Maybe we need to start from there. What do you think the issues are?
Well, first of all, this is coming not long after the government introduced a 35% levy on custom duty rates. Then they slashed it back down to 20%, keeping that the old rates it was before. Then we to come behind our backs again and then add a 15% national council rate. Now, that rate, to the best of my understanding.
All right, just a moment. We have to take a short break. We'll be back with you in a moment. Just please stay with us. Hold your thought there. We're back to because this audio issue, we just can't get it right with you yet. But we'll be back in a moment as soon as we can connect rightly with you. Thank you.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Stay with us. This is Business Breakfast.
Most people don't understand the magic of a perfect skin, the allure of a well-pampered skin. We bounce from skincare products to skincare products, from spa to spa. Looking for that ideal solution. I found the solution. And it's Blemiviv Skincare and Spa. My name is Neil, and I'm proud to be a part of the Blemiviv family.
Glad to have you back now. So let's get started. We have Mr. Ayo Odunaike. He's the manager at Telebed. Also, to look at the National Automotive Council levy, 15% that was just reintroduced by the customs, and of course, the agitations and the feedback that particular policy is getting now. He joins us to talk to us from his own perspective as auto dealer as well. Thank you for your time, Mr. Odunaike. We appreciate you. Let's finish up with your thought, what you think that was and what does it mean? I mean, maybe we need to just clarify on what the issues are first.
Okay. Hello? Are
Yeah.
you with me?
Yes, I'm with you.
Okay.
I said, go ahead.
So as I was saying, the issues now, customs are trying to meet up with their 3 trillion naira yearly targets, which they have given themselves a mandate about. They don't care how on earth they achieve that. They just, all they are concerned about is just to make sure they milk the Nigerians dry. And they give a silly excuse. If I may say that, I'm sorry, I know I'm on radio. They give an excuse that it's just been reintroduced back after 5 years of review. That is based on ECOWAS, Economic Committee of West African States, and that is an ECOWAS thing, it's not really a Nigerian thing. This has not been existing before. You took it up by 35% for basic duties for vehicles and automobiles that are, used cars imported in. Then you brought it back down after the whole strike that was done the last time. Then you came back now and said another 15%, and there's still a 10%, which they can't quite explain or clarify what its purpose is. Now, that brings it up to about 50% in increments in total duty paid. Now, if I may, that 15%, the 15% increment, which they are claiming that it is a joint thing, not just Nigeria, it's all other countries involved, I believe is highly doubtful. This is supposed to be based on new vehicles, brand new cars. Do you understand what I'm saying? So, and you claim that by increasing that by 15%, you will dissuade Nigerians from buying Nigerian used cars and begin to encourage the local sector to make brand new cars. Please, we need to walk. You first crawl before you walk, then you run. We are in an economy that is not producing anything. We are a consuming
nation, you mean to say?
Yes, a consuming, so we consume virtually 80% of everything we use. 80% is even being too steep, at least 90%. So why do you want people to pay exorbitant duty? Let me make you know what it means for we as an importer. Okay, I bid on up to 5 different platforms on auctions. You understand me? Even if I'm dashed a car, even if I was given a car for free, first thing is before the vehicle ships from the States, you will pay for trucking. Maybe it's about $350. That's somebody even dashed you the car. It gets to the shipping yard. The whether you are using Shalom or Grimaldi, you pay about $900 to $1,100 for shipping. Already, before it even gets to Nigeria, you have already spent $1 million plus. Do you understand me? Now, imagine you buy a car for $2,000. Now, when that car gets 50%, means you are paying half of what is the car's value worth. I don't think any other African country pays exorbitant duties like Nigeria. I do support the motion that we must kick against it. It is not valid. It is not. You can't be taxing 15% on. There's still a VAT. There's a value added tax again that you will still pay. You can't be doing all that on used vehicles.
Let me quickly come in. Just a moment.
No problem.
Yeah, just to be clear, there are other levy apart from this 15% reintroduction.
Yes, another 10% extra levy. It total to 50%.
That 10% is for what? The other 10% is for what?
If I may, there isn't the technical term for which they've been able to explain that to us. I must say so. It is more like a miscellaneous term. Customs have not even explained to us why they are bringing back 15% on the, and you claim it was based on the National Automotive Council. It makes no absolute sense at all. It is just a ploy for them to make sure that the original plan they had to make 3 trillion, that they get it from Nigerians one way or the other. Now, it's going to make vehicles extremely expensive. I know you know quite a lot of cars, like say Toyota Camry. We used to land that vehicle before, everything about right under 2 million naira. Right. Now, okay, the dollar, I still bought some change.
Just a moment, Mr. Odunaike.
All right.
Before we go to what this means for the economy, the impact it will have on the average Nigerian. Now, I just want us to clarify this levy. 15, apart from the 10%, so you now have 15% addition.
There's a 20% existent already normally.
So that means you are going to be paying altogether 25% altogether of different levies.
35%. Okay. There's a 20% custom duty levy on a vehicle normally already. They reverted back to 20% from increasing it from 20 to 35. Then everybody was complaining. Then they brought it back to the 20.
Right.
Do you understand? Then they now added this new 15%, and then there's a 10% extra, making 50. That is 35 plus 35 plus 10, about 45%.
That's 45%, because if you have 20%, you have 15%, that's 35%, and then 10%, that's 45%.
Yes.
So all combined together of different levies, you're going to be paying 45%.
Yes, on used vehicles.
On used vehicles.
Yes.
Meanwhile, it's supposed to be new vehicles, isn't it?
Brand new vehicles are the ones to pay that 15%. Even the 25 plus 10% that we're paying on used is already choking enough. It's ridiculous. A car of a 2005, 2007 model, usually we pay as much as 500,000 to 600,000 standard. The claim is underage, which is quite a lot of money. Now with this, we are looking at 1 million to 1.2 on a car that you bought in for probably less than $1 million when you even bought it in the States. You are paying almost twice the value you bought the vehicle on auction. Do you understand?
Yes. So which means that if you pay a combined levies of 45% on used vehicles, now, so how much do you now pay on new vehicles?
Well, new vehicles, they have. I think they will go for as much as 20% from what I was told.
But let's look at the impact of these now on the. Yes, let's look at what the impact and what is likely the disruption this is likely to cause in the auto market or auto sector, and of course, how do you intend to run these? I mean, just give us a picture of what this means for that particular sector.
The sector is about to face a serious financial crisis, I'm sorry to say. In fact, most dealers right now are finding it hard to even try to repurchase new vehicles because the existent ones they have can no longer go for the previous selling prices, because when you sell, you can't buy anything again. What you sold for 2 million naira now is going for about 3.5 million. So what do you now do? And then the economic situation in the country right now, people are finding it even difficult to eat. Talk more of, the auto business is a business of convenience. It's who has eaten food well that is comfortable and that can come and buy a car. And mind you, Nigerians do not buy vehicles like mortgage, like abroad, where you can pay stipends only for brand new when finance companies finance you. All these used cars have to be purchased outrightly. So therefore, you have a backlog of so many vehicles that have been imported, with dealers confused about if they can sell. Buyers not wanting to buy for the new prices because they find it ridiculous. Do you understand? Hello? So with all that, it's going to be quite tough. But I feel, and I still support that we must fight back against. It will be rough for a while. It could be a month or 2 months if there's a strike process and so on. But eventually, if they do cancel, 15% is quite a lot of money. If 15% of $1 million is 150,000, so a 2 million naira, you're talking 300,000 naira. How much profit do you make on these used cars? You know, they are used cars that you use to sustain yourself regularly, cars that are affordable within Nigerian reaches. When you put cars of 3 million, 4 million, 5 million in the market, people can still buy. You understand? Okay. Now, those vehicles now are going to be going for 1.5 times their prices. Mind you, you are using those cars to sustain your business, to keep it floating. You have to, and my place now, we have staff, we have boys who wash the cars, we have security, we have bills, utilities. Now, for months, we've hardly made a single sale. Our cars are just there.
Let me quickly comment, Mr.
We have a backlog of vehicles in the States waiting to be shipped out. But we can't ship them out yet. We kept them in storage because of this problem. It's like we are biting ourselves in the back. I don't know who our economists who are giving them advices. The Nigerian Customs Service is just really, really going too far.
Permit me to come in here. How much does the price of a used car, how much does it go now? How much is it sold? And of course, a new vehicle, take for instance, Toyota. How much does it? And these are you can give us a breakdown on what it is. Yeah, just give us a break. Just a moment. Just a moment.
Okay. All right.
How much was it before now? I'm sure, of course, you're going to, top it up and add your own whatever and all of that. But how much was it before now, and how much does it go for now? Then how much is it likely to go for in the coming days?
I will give you a simple example of a car that is very popular, so Nigerians can quickly understand and comprehend, which is, like, say, the 2005 Toyota Corolla. I know it's a much loved car.
Just a moment, Mr. Odunaki. Pardon me. Just forgive me. We need to quickly take a break now. When we come back, of course, this discussion will continue. We'll continue on that note after this break. Please stay with us. This is Business Breakfast.
All right. Thank you.
Glad to have you back now. So we're looking at National Automotive Council 15 levy, which is currently a content of discussion between the clearing agent and the customs. So we're looking at that, the impacts of that reintroduction of 15% levy. Mr. Odunaike Ayo is here with me. Thank you for your time. We appreciate you. We're going to talk to us about the prices of these cars before and now. So how much does it go for now, and how much was it before now?
All right, before this 15% was added, it's immediate effect. Prior to now, using a car that people could relate with, like the Toyota Corolla 2005 model, is pretty aged anyway, but using that as an example, before now, we used to land that car as at even last year for as low as 1.92 million naira. Because it's been 3-4 years ago, it was as low as 1.5, 1.6. Okay, but at last year, say mid last year, 1.8 to 2 million naira could land that vehicle without you adding your own yet. Maybe you put a profit of say 200,000-300,000 to be modest, since it's an older car, on return on your investment after waiting for a month and a half for your vehicle to reach. That is fair. That puts the selling price in the market at maybe 2.3, 2.4 million naira for 2005 Toyota Corolla. Now, with this 15% increment, and also the increase in the dollar, because as at that time last year, we still changed dollar for about 5.20, 5.25. Dollar is going for, in the black market, for about 5.80. And mind you, it's still the black market we use to source dollars to buy these vehicles from abroad. It's not like you can get them at the bank rates from the bank. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Now, that same vehicle will land you now for 3.2 to 3.3 million naira. A basic Toyota Corolla. It's ridiculous. You understand? If you find it in a way that it lands a bit even cheap, it lands about 3 million. So before you put in your profit, how do you want buyers to buy from you? And you need to sell. It's not like you are just hiking the prices and putting them that way because you enjoy to do so. No. Every dealer wants to sell his market so you can buy something else. So if a vehicle of 2005, which is about 17 years ago when it was manufactured, can be 3 million plus, what do you think about the brand new cars now? Now, a 2021 Toyota Corolla is as much as 22 million naira. It's ridiculous. 22 million naira, and you're not even talking about it brand new. If you're talking about it brand new, you're heading towards 30 million naira for a 2021, 2022 Toyota Corolla. How do you want Nigerians to buy brand new cars? What are their salaries? What is the income rate? What is our GDP?
Right.
You know, it's so that's my answer to your question.
Okay.
It's something we really need to fight.
Just before I allow you to go, what do you think is the solution or the way forward? I know that the Clearing Agents Association are talking about going on strike and down tooling. And what's the engagement level between the custom and these clearing agents?
The engagement level is, for now, they want them to scrap it off completely. At least they should keep that 15% NEC, on just brand new vehicles for now. Or at least if they won't scrap it off completely, they should keep it to at least in maximum of 5%. Fair enough, we can still swallow and shrug that, because one thing we know about this country is when they get greedy and make this kind of laws, it always holds, because we have no system to fight and sustain that fight. The government always still wins. And this is made by a handful of people who are just determined on getting some revenue streams for political and personal ambitions. So we know this truth, but we don't have one voice. But for now, I think the agents, from what we did the last a couple months ago after the last time, the union is getting stronger, and we should achieve, a positive response soon. If we keep at it. If we don't keep at it, next year, they will take it up by another 10%. It will go to 25 on used vehicles. And the rich there isn't a thin line between the rich and the poor now. It's a very, very wide line. It's either you're actually rich or you're just poor. So if you're rich, even if it's 50%, you can pay, you don't care. But the rich really account for about 5% of Nigeria's population.
All right.
The rest are just at average or below poverty line. So are you going to keep waiting only for the rich to actually, before you sell a car? That means you're waiting to sell a car of 20-something million naira, then you sell it once in 6 months. Then what happens after then? That means you too will have to put a crazy amount of profit to sustain yourself. That's not how business is done. They should step down, think a little bit about the people. The idea of customs is to generate revenue so that taxpayers can enjoy facilities based on that revenue in the system of government. It's not meant to frustrate or to run us down and to kill us. So
these are issues, of course, the government will have to pay attention to. And I do hope that between the agents and, of course, the customs service will be able to find a meeting ground or to come to compromise. We really want to.
If we remain, it will be tough. For example, I get a backlog of 1.5 million naira for a 2018 Camry that had been in the port because of the strikes, and the shipping company still charged demurrage on top. It's unfortunate.
Anyway, these are issues that we may not be able to.
I won't go to that. I just wanted to say something to round up.
Okay.
Now, if we have one voice, we fight the government on this. We, the importers, will still suffer a little bit during this fight, because those of them who have gotten vehicles at the port and the rest, they are wasting time. Time is going on and so on. They will pay, but it will be first rough a little before it will be better. So we should still have one voice. We must make sure we stay true to the cause and get the result out. If we just let it slide, it's not going to be funny in the long run.
We do hope you get the needed results that you desire. Thank you so much, Mr. Ayo Dunaike. He's a manager at Early Bird Auto. Thank you for coming on Business Breakfast.
All right, it was nice. Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
Yeah, cheers. Have a nice day.
You too.